You're now listening to From the Jump.
Hitboy has just released a diss track against Metro Boomin, Mustard, Hitmaker, and who else?
Southside from 808 Monkey.
Southside. Does Hitboy have the street cred to make this kind of diss? Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below saying I subscribed, and we'll try our best to reply to your comment. Welcome to From the Jump, your source for all things hip-hop. I'm Syllable. This is my co-host,
Mr. White.
So, we know and love Hitboy from the King Disease series with Nas.
Yeah.
We do have a KD4 coming up next,
Man,
which has been confirmed.
I feel like, I don't know how they're coming up with that witch's brew over there in the lab, but
this is raw talent.
Nas is doing a smart thing, right? Like, he's found something with the producer, and he's just rolling with it. I like that. And Hitboy's he's great.
He's mad talented. So, in a video shared on Instagram by Rory and Mal Podcast on Wednesday, March 8th, the multi-platinum producer took shots at Metro Boomin, Southside, Mustard, Hitmaker as well. And keep in mind, Hitboy was crowned Hip Hop DX's Producer of the Year last year in 2022, thanks to his King Disease 3 collaborations with Nas. And he makes his own track. But so he started his whole campaign in Atlanta, Georgia. So he comes off and he's saying lines like, I'm usually homeboys of producers I get compared to, but on this one, I want to say I'm stretched out extra leg room. I don't really know, dude. He seemed like a cool cat, but I never once heard Metro Boomin do boom bap. I never heard a Southside beat without 808 in it. HB and drunk driver mode. I swerve in every lane with it. And so he's talking about the lack of versatility from his other fellow producers.
Yes.
The producers that he mentions in here definitely have some hits. Metro's produced Young Thug, Future, been on some major fucking shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that it's very interesting that he's taking this Kendrick Lamar control-like approach.
Right.
It's like he's not afraid to take shots at other artists, and he's letting it be known, like, this is what I think your flaws are. And I think it takes a lot of courage to approach anybody in that way. The fact that he went and got Alchemist to help him do this is kind of cool, because it's like both of these guys make pretty laid back production, but Alchemist signed off on this, so I feel like Alchemist kind of feels the same way. And he's a classic boom bap producer, so he's like nah, get him hit.
Well, I like the whole concept of Hitboy rapping on an Alchemist beat and Alchemist rapping on a Hitboy beat. I like that.
It was fun. I didn't necessarily prefer the rap in general, but I think that it is a conversation to be had. You have all of these great producers that can make modern sounds, right? But can they make something that's classic and timeless? And I think that
I don't know if there's a lot of producers like that, unless we're talking about a Michael Jackson type artist. We're talking about a Prince type artist who literally can play all the instruments and produce it and do everything part of it. Or like an Orson Welles type person who can write, act, and direct in the same feature. You don't have people that have that many talented skill sets, because there's that whole thing. If you can be great at a lot of things or really good at one thing, if you try to be great at too many things, you get up just fucking being mediocre at a whole bunch.
It's funny because there's been some responses. Like Hitmaker came out, he was saying that basically he's on the radio, he doesn't know what Hitboy is
right,
his music.
Exactly.
But I would argue that Hitboy has been on the radio. He's
a long time.
For Kanye,
a long time.
Had a lot of #1 hits. And then Metro Boomin, he went on Twitter and used a Kendrick Lamar song lyric. He
Stop playing with me before I turn you into a song.
Yeah, it's like, I think that's a funny comeback too.
That was nice. Hitboy had saved a kind of more vicious bars towards the end when he was saying, I just seen Young Berg spoke on the wave. I should do him like Trick and snatch hit out his name.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, and I mean, that's another shot, right? Like, how many artists have writer creds? We were just talking about that with Drake, right? How many producers also have co-producer creds? And I'm not saying it's nothing wrong to work with other people when you make music, but is that really you, or are you just a part of the machine, right? Is your individuality as an artist being expressed? And Hitboy can obviously do it all on his own. Like, and respect to him for being able to do that.
Well, and he has a lot more versatility in just the styles that he's able to do, which is what he's calling out here. But at the same time, Metro Boomin ain't no lightweight. He's not. His albums that came out, his debut album, Not All Heroes Wear Capes, and his follow-up, Heroes and Villains, both debuted #1 on Billboard 200.
So it's like, is a Metro Boomin project gonna do better or a Hitboy project? Probably Metro Boomin all day.
Right.
And it's like, it's kind of tough to really argue with what Hitboy is saying. It's true that Metro Boomin doesn't make boom bap, but he's damn successful with what he is able to do, and he's ultra relevant. So I think that Hitboy is gonna have to prove it to me at this point.
Well, so
with a charting project, it don't have to be #1 like Metro Boomin, but if he's gonna kind of approach the rap producer thing that he's trying to do.
Okay, so but that's a different topic, because to be honest, when I heard that song and I saw it on YouTube, this really feels like, okay, I've eaten a big meal. I've got like the kind of food coma. I put it on in the background. It's sleepy music. Okay, there's a few bars in there. We got a couplet in there that's real sped up that Hitboy is mimicking Nas's style on King Disease albums. I know exactly which bar he's mimicking. And if he would have gone with a complete Nas rewrite and done Nas-like lines for every bar for his whole verse, I wouldn't have hated on him.
So lean into the Nas.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid to.
I would have been fine
like
with that.
Nas. You should.
I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, Nas
that
is one of my biggest influences.
Yeah.
So I always try to rap
as
like
it
Nas.
is. This just makes me want to fall asleep. It's not. It's not really.
We've had a couple of Hitboy songs that we wanted to review, but
it's
as a rapper,
it's not
we're
good.
just not really vibing with him. Like as a producer, amazing. Call out the other producers. I need you to make another Grammy award-winning album with maybe another artist.
Yeah,
maybe another chart-topping album with another artist. Let's see what your pedigree is. It's not always about you as the artist trying to be successful, but I want to see you continue to be successful, Hitboy. Well, I think he can win this battle by his success rate.
Well, but so you look at Hitboy, right? Yeah. And you look at Hitboy, and he's got a lot more variety, like I've been saying, in the fact that he can do those trap beats. He can do the hip hop boom bap beats from the old school. Absolutely. He can do the West Coast style beats. He can do the trap beats. He can do the R&B soul beats, right? Yeah. You don't see that versatility with these other artists. You have more of a one-dimensional approach.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's all a matter of interpretation. Some people say if you find the one thing you're good at, you're supposed to duplicate it as many times as possible. Yeah. Because that's going to ultimately increase your success rate. Other people would say that versatility is better. I really want to see Hitboy continue to take it to the next level with this conversation. Like, show me, like you've already shown me that you can do it, but now that you've made some call-outs, you're going to have to back that up.
Well, when you think about it, Hitboy has got placements with Watch the Throne and Beyonce and like way before Nas, got on with the KD3 stuff.
Hitboy
didn't
just
established.
Wake up and become famous. Like he's been doing this at least a decade plus now, and respect to him for being able to stay in the game this long and still continue to have large success like he's doing.
As some people have commented online, though, people are often divided on this. Some people have even said Young Berg was a whack rapper and now a whack producer. So not everybody's a fan online, but not like we can trust online for all our source for news and media, unless you're the last president on Twitter. But so Hitboy recently produced tracks on Don Toliver's Lovesick and the Dreamville curated Creed 3 soundtrack, which Mr. White and I also submitted a track for with a producer that produced Stevie Wonder. So we didn't get a placement on Creed 3, but it was dope that we got a chance to even be in the position to be offered.
Let us know if y'all want to hear any of our music.
I think Hitboy's just done being humble. I think he's just like, you know what?
Okay, he's taking off the
He's like,
the
you know
gloves.
what? All right, I do have a legacy. I do got my stripes.
But how many producers do you know that would call people out? Like Timberland never did that in his day, even though you had like the verses stuff between him and Swiss Beats, but that was like after they both became famous. Like he's in the height of his career and he's calling out other people. I love it. I love it.
It's kind of dope. Coming up for Hitboy is a joint project with Benny the Butcher called Everybody Can't Go, which is a follow-up to the 2020's Burden of Proof.
I want to listen to that.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. We also got a fourth installment on the Nas and Hitboy's collaboration, KD4. We got to look out for that. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to KD4.
The GOAT right here, the GOAT.
The GOAT. I'm hearing word on the grapevine that there's going to be on the KD4 album coming up with Hitboy, there's going to be a feature with 50 Cent. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But what did y'all think? Is Hitboy right for calling out these other producers? Who do you got if it came to Metro Boomin versus Hitboy? Comment below, like and subscribe, and tune in for another episode of From the Jump.
Peace.